Let's jump straight into it. I want to talk about with y'all the path to success and how the struggles of success have consumed me and how they currently still are consuming me. Literally today was one of those days. And how when you know you're going to be successful, these are the videos and the things that nobody talks about. These are the type of problems that nobody ever wants to address. These are, like I said, the videos no one sees until you literally have made a name for yourself and until you're famous. But this is literally me being transparent with y'all. This is going to be the video that literally shows and is proof of where it all started for me, really, and where it all made a change and where it all like just set everything in stone. Basically, I'm going to be journaling on here kind of by posting a vlog every day, posting a podcast every day, you know, really trying to lock in and not even trying to, we just are. Like, it's no more trying, you literally just do it. And when you're successful, that's your mindset. And yeah, I know you can tell by my outfit, I'm definitely not successful yet, but it's literally going to happen. I don't know what to tell y'all. Like, you're gonna have to deal with me now, or you're gonna have to deal with me later when I got 20 million subscribers, 50 million, whatever it may be. You're gonna have to deal with me either way. So if you could just stay and watch this video, I would appreciate it. I would feel blessed to take y'all's time to really explain to y'all, and hope y'all can learn from this and take away some game from this. But yeah, this is literally me just explaining to y'all the struggles that I've gone through with becoming successful and really understanding what success is and how I'm going to just keep becoming more successful, right? And for the first topic, I'm going to start with talking about the pain and suffering of success. And what I mean by that is literally these are the things that nobody talks about and nobody wants to deal with and nobody even wants to hear. But at the end of the day, you're not where you need to be. You're not doing as much work as you can be. And you're dealing with a lot of pain that you don't want to even notice. The only way to realize that that pain exists is understand that you're wasting time. And time is the most important thing that we have. It is literally a thing that we cannot get back. That's why the past is the past. And you got to understand that. You got to understand that you could do so much if you really just locked in and you really just focused and put your head down and keep your head down until you really feel like you could really lift your head back up. You got to be able to deal with these problems. You got to be able to deal with these pains that you're dealing with, whether that be mental pain, physical pain, whatever the case may be. I've been there. You know, I come from struggle, bro. I'm still struggling. Literally my life is not, it's not an easy life, but it's not the worst life. Everyone's always got it. There's someone that's got it way worse than you, and there's someone that's got it way better than you. But it doesn't matter, because what are you doing right now? What are you currently doing to improve your life? If the answer is nothing, then you need to rethink everything. You need to rethink your mental. You need to rethink your physical shape, whatever the case may be that's making you do nothing. Because at the end of the day, what's the point of life if you're doing nothing? And that's not me telling y'all to do anything to yourselves. I've been at that point in life to where, you know, you want to unalive yourself in GTA, to where you want to really want to stop having to deal with all these problems. And I would be lying to y'all if I'm still not dealing with problems. But I'm not dealing with that problem of wanting to unalive myself in GTA anymore, because I don't want it. When I'm only saying that, I don't want to get monetized. So hopefully I don't get monetized for saying unalive myself in GTA. I just said it the third time. Oh my God. But yeah, bro, that's beside the point. Let me lock in. I just want y'all to understand you are not the only ones. You're not the only one struggling. You're not the only one dealing with this pain. And you're not the only one that's going to deal with this pain. But it's up to you. Are you going to cause your kids to deal with this pain? Your grandkids? Their kids? Like, you know, do you want to make it a generational curse? Because it's already been a generational curse that's been now passed down onto you. So what are you going to do with that? You know, I've come to understand that my family really has this generational curse to where the only way of living is working. Just work. No, I don't like that. I don't like that curse. It's a bad curse. I don't like working. I hate working. And I don't say I hate anything, and I generally hate working. Like, I couldn't tell y'all more, but I hate working. I literally, once I started working was when I moved here to Texas, is where I live at now. I'm from California. That's just a little bit about me. My bad. I'm gonna tell y'all more about me, but yeah, I literally moved here from Texas, and moved here from California to Texas. Have lived here for 4 years, I think. I think it's been 4 years since February, and I bought my first car. I didn't buy my first car. I financed my first car, and I did a down payment. All these things. I've worked many jobs. I've been able to supply for myself for a good amount of time. I've been able to help my mom a little bit. It's not crazy, but it's way better than what we used to live. And at the end of the day, though, it's just never been enough. It's never been good enough. It never probably will be, to be honest with y'all, but it could definitely improve a whole lot, let me tell y'all. And literally, I'm at the point in my life to where I'm done. I'm done working. When you know you're a boss and you know you're destined for success, you really start to question, what is the point of having a job? Does this little bit of money really impact me right now? And to me, I've dug myself in this hole by getting this car that y'all have seen in my last vlog. I literally posted my car, and I went over what I had been through to get to that car. And yeah, it took a lot of hard work. It took a lot of motivation, but it's nothing, because at the end of the day, what is this Honda Civic to me when I know I'm gonna have an AMG GLE 63S, when I know I'm gonna have a Hellcat Charger, when I know I'm gonna have a freaking Urus, all these things? Like, they're the materialistic things, but people be lying to y'all. The materialistic things do matter, and money does change people, but for me, I think it truly goes down to the point to where, what are you going to do with that change? And that all stems from how you're dealing with the pain and suffering of becoming successful. And the things I think is untalked about is this mental pain that you deal with. Right now I'm really on the fence. Do I want to quit my job, sell my car, and just really lock in? But then I'm also like, if I sell my car, then I have nowhere to drive and do content. I just bought a car mount for my car so I could do vlogs and vlog me driving to where I'm going to do my podcast at. Just give me all a day in the life of the path of becoming successful. Because at the end of the day, I'm going to be real with y'all. I'm not successful, in my opinion. I'm really not. And to maybe some other people, this might be success, But let me tell y'all, this ain't success. Working a 9 to 5, overnight shift at that, having no life but literally working and going to the gym is not success to me. And to where you're paying off a car is not success to me. And success to me is happiness, peace, love, everyone being free, everyone having what they want and getting the full life experience. God put us on this earth to create. So for me, success is not when you're not creating. And right now, what I'm currently doing is creating, but not taking action on that creation, so nobody even knows what I'm creating. You get what I'm saying? Like I said, these are the episodes that nobody sees until you become successful. These are literally the topics that nobody talks about until they literally become successful. Well, I'm here to tell y'all, not everybody's like that, and I'm not going to be like that. This is me. This is Caden before success. And let me tell y'all, the only reason I know success is on the way because I just know it's in the books for me. I put in the work. I know what I'm going to do to become successful. I know what I need to do right now to become successful. And let me tell y'all gonna have to deal with me either way, like I said, because I'm gonna be a successful clothing brand that everybody loves and everybody who's wearing. I'm gonna be a successful YouTuber, a successful podcaster. All of these things y'all are going to have to deal with and so much more, So you might as well just get to understanding that you could be successful. You could do all these things. You just got to literally get over the pain and the suffering that you might currently be dealing with. And it's up to you if you determine how the money is going to change you. And I truly understand the money is not going to change me a whole lot. It's not going to change me a whole lot. Only thing it's going to change is how free and how much peace of mind I feel. And to me, that's a positive. So, and I understand that I'm not going to have to worry about really locking in and saving, because I'm going to be able to invest and do all these things that I know I can accomplish. But at the end of the day, you need currency to do these things. I can't just start a brand right now. I really can't. I don't have the money to do it. And I can't go get a loan because I have a car loan right now. Like, you really set yourself up to fail when you're stuck in these generational curses and you're stuck in these pains and these struggles because I let people clowning me for not having a car, not knowing how to drive, get to me to where I thought I needed to get a car. And now look at me, stuck in debt, didn't start my brand, to where if I would have started my brand when I knew I should have, I would have probably bought my car 10 times over by now. 10 times over by now. Like, let me tell y'all, bro, the more you deal with this pain and suffering, the more you're going to learn. So get through this pain, get through this suffering, get through these mental trials that you're going through, and just grow and learn. If you're not growing and learning, there's no point in what you're doing. You always want to grow and learn. You don't want to be the smartest person in the room. If you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room. You need to be the dumbest person in the room so you are learning. Proof of my pain and my struggles is me growing out my hair. I'm growing out my hair until I become successful. And to y'all, that might sound crazy, but at the end of the day, it's because I know it's coming. I know it's literally guaranteed, and I know it's coming soon. And this is how long my hair is right now. It's literally to my chin. It's in my face. Y'all could probably barely even see me. Literally. You gotta understand, you could be something. You could do so much more. You are so much more than the life that you are confined to right now. Push forward. Understand what you can become. Understand that you are guaranteed to be successful. If you want to be, you are guaranteed to do what you want to do. I'm going to get into this second step. And this second step is going to be a very hard step for people to understand because I have no proof to show for it. But I'm going to get into the second step, and it's going to explain to y'all how far I've grown mentally from getting over those pains and struggles. And I'm still going through pains and struggles, best believe, but they're not as big as they used to be. They're not the same pains and struggles I was dealing with. Oh no, you're good. It's not recording. Oh. For the second step, I think it's one of the most important things y'all could hear ever, and that y'all can understand, and that y'all need to learn, is that you need to understand your purpose. You need to understand what success looks like for you and what you want to gain out of life. You have to be purpose driven. Period, point blank, you have to be purpose driven. You got to put your head down, you got to focus, and you got to understand not everybody's for you. You might not have friends. You might not have family. You might not have a relationship. You know, all these things don't matter because no one understands the path that you're on. You got to come to that understanding. Literally less than 1% of people in America make over $1 million a year. So for you to want to make 50 million a year, 100 million a year, 20 million, 10 billion, whatever the number is for you, you got to understand not everyone's going to get that. Literally less than 1% of Americans will get that. Once you understand that, you won't care about other people. You'll really understand what your goal of life is. And God will help you with that. God has helped me with that. I'm telling y'all, I've always been on top of my things. I can't say, cuss words. I don't want to get demonetized, but I've always been on top of my things when it comes to understanding what I want out of life. And one thing I've always wanted out of life is to help my family be financially free. Literally, like I said, I literally drew a house, a mansion. And what inspired me to draw that mansion, what literally inspired me to draw that mansion was living down the street from one of the biggest mansions in the part of California I was living in. And the only reason I had the experience to even live that was due to other people. Then I realized at a very young age that you could do so much and you could become so much. It's literally right down the street from me. I'm seeing it in 4K. These dudes are literally driving down my street in Ferraris and things like that. And I'm getting taken care of by other people. That's not even my parents. Do you understand? I will literally give y'all context. My grandparents literally was taking care of me and my family and helping us. And they still are doing that. You got to understand, you are on your purpose. You are motivated. You have so much in store for yourself that other people are not going to understand. I've never dated a girl because I've never been aligned with especially a female that's on the same purpose as me. But I also don't have friends. So to go even further than not having a girl, I don't even got friends. All my friends live in Cali, and I'm gonna be real with y'all, none of them are on what I'm on. So, you know, we don't talk too much. That's just the real of it. I'm very transparent on my channels. I'm very real with everybody. My family, we have nothing in common. None of them understand what I'm doing. None of them understand what I will become. None of them are on the same thing that I'm on, and that's fine. You know, that's fine. My grandpa literally just thinks you work your whole life and have kids. That's it. That's just not in the books for me. You know, not working my whole life. I want a family. That's one of like my main things of life. I understand my purpose, so I understand that that's something that I'm going to provide. It's part of my creating mind. You know, I'm literally a creator. I create clothes on a daily basis. I create ideas for success. I create all these things, but y'all have no proof of that because I haven't taken the actions. But therefore, this is why this video is literally showing y'all that these are guaranteed to happen, because I literally am going to become successful, and I'm literally telling y'all that it's already happened. It's already happened. I already made the blueprint. It's just time I build the blueprint. It's like when you get Legos, you get the instructions on how to build the Legos. It's up to you if you're going to build the Legos. And I have not built the Legos. I've just sat here and procrastinated and drug myself down even further to now I'm at the point where I regret even buying my car. I regret even having my car. Buying is the wrong thing to say because I haven't bought this car. I'm being so transparent with y'all. And I don't have family that's going to give me money. I don't have someone that's going to give me a loan. Like I said, I don't got friends on the same thing I'm on. So you really are alone. But when you're alone is when you're going to find your purpose and you're going to understand what you want to do with your life. That has led me to understand. Guess what? I know what I'm going to get out of life. I know what my purpose is. And I say that proud and loud because I literally do. And I'm not going to sit here and explain to y'all. I'm just going to show y'all. That's why this video is literally me setting it in stone. Planting the seed. It's going to happen. It's guaranteed. One way or another, y'all gonna have to deal with me, like I said. So it's up to you whether you want to deal with me now or later. But I'm always going to be real with my followers. I'm always going to be real with my supporters. You know, following is not the right word, but on Instagram, that's what they're called, followers. On TikTok, that's what they call followers. But it's more like a family. It's a family because I wish I had a dad or, you know, a big brother or someone to teach me these things that I've acquired. But I acquired this knowledge through literally pain and struggle and understanding myself and my purpose. I don't just read books to read books. There's a bee right next to me. I'm hoping he doesn't sting me. But literally, I'm reading the book called The Secret. And I'm reading like 4 other books right now. And this book, I literally thrifted this book, right? And someone wrote in this book. And he wrote something that is so, like, it's just game. And I just now I'm seeing this message as I'm making this video. And I think this is just proof of why I picked up this book. Because like I said, I'm reading also The 4 Agreements. That's a great book if y'all have heard of it. And I'm reading another book. I don't want to say the name because I'm going to butcher it. And I don't want to get canceled already. Before the success even really comes, get canceled would be crazy. Oh, this bee is right next to me, bruh. Nah, bruh. He's on my UGG. My bad, y'all. But I'm going to read this. I'm that determined to read. I'm going to read this, and I'm just going to not move and hope he does not land on me and sting me. The universe wants to give you so much. If you could just let it in. To let it in, slow down, to let it in, relax, to let it in. I can't read this other word that he put in there. To let it in, be calm, to let it in, let go. You are now letting it in. He literally writes a note. Oh, unwind, to let it in, unwind. That's what he put. He's writing a note. He just did that weird because he did everything in cursive, but then I don't know. My bad, I'm yapping y'all. But yes, literally he's saying, the universe wants to give you so much. If you could just let it in. To let it in, slow down. To let it in, relax. To let it in, unwind. To let it in, be calm. to let it in, let go. You are now letting it in. This book, I'm reading it because it's about the law of attraction, and that's what this episode mainly is about. Literally, this episode is me having to and letting y'all know that success is on the way, and y'all are going to have to deal with it and see it no matter what from me, because I'm going to love making car content for y'all. I'm going to love showing y'all the day in the life. It's going to be lifestyle content on this channel, so y'all better be ready for that. And then the mental part and all of the things that you have to deal with and go through, and all the game that you acquire and all the game that you have to give, I'm going to drop on the podcast channel. I'll pop it up right here again for y'all. You know, like I'm trying to explain to y'all, I don't just do these things for fun. There's purpose behind this because I understand my purpose. And this video's purpose is literally to explain to y'all the struggles that I'm going through and that I've been through on this path to success, and to let y'all understand you have to plant those seeds. And this is me planting that seed. And this tree is going to grow so big, it's literally going to be larger than the Eiffel Tower, because we just going to keep going up and keep growing and learning. And when you do that, you could literally do whatever, because God put you on this earth for a reason. God put you on this earth to create. You were created in God's image, and God was a creator. Therefore, you are put on this earth to create. You got to understand that. Whether that be create content, create clothing, create a podcast, whatever those things are just things that I love to do. So whatever those things are for you, you have to understand, just be creating and be happy with what you create. And for me, I can't be happy because I don't even get the chance to create, because I have to work to pay my car. I have to work to pay my insurance. I got to work to eat. I got to work to do all these things. And I'm exchanging my time that I could be using to create, and my time that I could be using to sharpen my own mind and to be learning at all times. I literally dim my own light by working. And I work these overnight shifts, so therefore I have to sleep during the day, and I don't get to do the things I like to do, which is like go on late night drives, watch the sunrise and the sunset. That's like one of my favorite things to do that I don't get to do because I work. And the struggles behind that is literally mentally draining. So you gotta understand your purpose. And the only reason I still work and I haven't fully gone broke and just locked in with YouTube is because I've just been, one, I've been, like I said, generationally cursed. And two, I just understand my purpose is bigger than what I'm currently doing. So when you understand that, you're just going to keep pushing through. You're just going to keep going through the motions. This bee is literally next to me. Oh no, I'm going to spaz. Where'd he go? I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying my best to make this video as serious and as real as possible, but I got to stand up. This bee is right next to me. Oh, he's moving. Nah, if I move too much, he's going to sting me. I'm going to just stand right here. I'm going to sit right here. I hope y'all can see it so it doesn't look like I'm just tweaking. I'm just not trying to get stung, you know? But that's beside the point. Let me lock in. Let me focus. Let me get this third step over and done with so y'all could just go about your day. I appreciate you watching this video in general. I hope y'all are able to learn from this and understand a little bit about me, and really understand that this video is literally setting in stone the success that is coming for me. Like, I was literally driving here and just talking to God, letting him know, you know, like imagining what it's going to feel like driving my cars that I'm going to have, imagining what it's going to be like waking up on my own schedule, which is literally going to be me catching the sunrise and the sunset, all these things that I know is destined, all these things that I know is happening, all the success that is on its way and that I'm attracting to me. I'm just praying and ready for those things to happen now. And let me tell y'all, no one's going to hand it to you. You got to put in that work. And for me, it's my main struggle has been building that financial stability to where you don't have to worry about everybody else. And to put it in easy terms for everyone to understand, when you have no money because you have to spend all your money on paying your car and paying your insurance and, you know, feeding yourself and trying to help out, do whatever you can currently, you lead yourself to be in that position for a long time. And that's what I've done. I've led myself to be stuck for 20 years of life because I've always taken on the burden of everybody else. And it's a good characteristic trait, but it's also a very negative characteristic trait, especially when you want to become an entrepreneur and a successful person. It just leads you to be stuck. And like I want to say, it has already been half of 2025. Like, do y'all not understand? It's about to be half of 2025. I feel like I just turned 20 and I'm already about to turn 21 again, and I have nothing to show for it. And guess what I told myself? I told myself, you will be self-employed at 21 and you will be successful and living on your own at 21. So this is just literally me letting y'all know. I got 10 months, literally 10 months, not even 10 months. Yeah, 10 months. I got 10 months, maybe a little less, to really be to that point. And this is me letting y'all know. It's on its way. It's happening. Like, it's happening. I know it is, because it's guaranteed. And the reason that it's guaranteed is because I've understood my purpose, and I have gone and taken the time to realize what my life can consist of and what I think I could do. But then I went past that. I went past thinking of what I could do and truly became what I could do. And what I mean by becoming what I could do is I'm living in the mental that I'm going to have when the money comes. I'm already there mentally. So guess what? The success has already happened. Now it's time for the financial part. Now it's time for the internet part. And that's why I'm going to let the internet do its thing. This is the video. This is the video of me letting y'all know. This is Caden. This is Caden. This is Three Phase A. Three Phase Brand. Real Talk Podcast. All these things. All these things exist because I created them. All these things exist because I'm putting in the work. You know, my mom created me, so I can't keep watching my mom work. I can't keep watching my mom struggle and stress about getting a new job. I can't keep watching my grandparents struggle even though they don't even need to. I can't keep watching my siblings go through life kind of floating, because I've been in that position and I've come to understand my purpose. I can't give other people purpose, but I can help them on this path of life, you know? But at the end of the day, that's God's work. For you to understand your purpose, you got to understand yourself, and you got to understand that it's all in God's hands. All you have to do is focus. You've got to understand, you don't need other people. Yes, it will be great to have other people in your life, but like I said, less than 1% of Americans make $1 million a year. Make over $1 million a year. Excuse me. So you got to understand, you got to stay focused. You got to understand you're destined for more. So if your friends, your girlfriend, your family can't understand that, that's perfectly fine. There's so many people on this planet that will understand that and will truly accept you for what you are and what you're going to become. But you got to accept yourself first. And to do that, you have to just be focused and be purpose driven. And you got to be creating, because like I said, God created us in his image and God was a creator. Therefore, we are put on this earth to create. So create, be happy, be loved, give love, but be focused more than anything. To truly be focused, you got to really understand what your purpose is. Like I said, you got to be able to endure the pain and the struggles. You got to be able to really, really put your head down and not be worried about anything else in life. You got to really understand that you are so much more than the people around you. You are so much more than your situation. Like, everyone's going to tell you the opposite because everyone has an ego. No one's going to kill their ego for you. So guess what? Just kill those relationships with those people. Like I said, I don't got no friends. I don't got no family. I don't got no girlfriend. No, none of that. It's literally just me and my path to success and happiness and peace of mind and peace and freedom in general, and faith. Faith is huge. You got to understand that God is the one in control, and let God handle your life and your life will be well. But God also made you this way for a reason. God had you click this video for a reason, because you want to either work on becoming successful or you already are successful. And you want to work on understanding the struggles and the pain and the trials and tribulations that people go through to become successful. Everyone's going to have those financial problems. Everyone's going to have that business that doesn't do well the first time. Everyone's going to go through these struggles. But it's up to you what you do with these struggles and what you learn from these struggles. And what you could do with these struggles is take these struggles and stride forward. And what you can learn from these struggles is everything. You can learn how it felt. You can learn what it is. You can learn what it means to be. And what I mean by that is you can learn what it felt like being hurt. You can learn what it felt like being broke. You can learn what it felt like being financially free and then losing it all. You can learn all those things. And you can feel all those things. And you know what it means to be all of those things because you went through them and you learned from it. So that's the most important thing, is being focused and learn. Be focused and be learning. And once you're focused, your life is literally in your hands and in God's hands. Once you take that power for yourself and you stop giving it to other people, it's only up from here. It's only up from here. Once you're focused and once you understand that God has greater things in store for you, then you will really be willing to put in the work and deal with this pain and suffering that you're currently dealing with. I cannot say that to y'all enough. I've been in your shoes. At times I might have been in worse shoes. Everyone has their path of life. It's not up to us to judge other people. It's not up to us to guarantee other people's success. It's not up to us to love other people even though they don't love us. It's not up to us to do those things. It's up to us to live our life. It's up to us to understand what we want to do with our lives. So take control of your life. Be purpose-driven and be focused. And your success is guaranteed in life. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I hope y'all have a blessed of your day. I appreciate y'all time and I appreciate y'all watching. Peace out, y'all.